Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Tuesday, and we've got an early review of Uncanny X-Men number 10 out this Wednesday. This will be January 16th. Alright, so the X-Men have been having a huge story arc, a weekly series that's been called X-Men Disassembled. It's been some up and down rock and roll sort of storytelling. It's written by Matthew Rosenberg, Kelly Thompson, Ed Brisson. This issue is by Perez. Overall arc has been kind of hopping around as far as artists. Rachelle Rosenberg is color, and Joe Caramagna is a letterer. Alright, so going up to this, I have to say that Marvel's been doing some interesting things in that they have been teasing out what comes next. We know that Cyclops has returned, and he's going to put together a new X-Men team with Wolverine. We know there's this thing called the Age of X-Men that's coming out. How are these things all combined is a really interesting thing. Now, going to this, I felt like the event has done a lot of throwbacks to earlier big events, especially the Age of Apocalypse, obviously. The Age of X-Men happening, it's not too shocking. And there's a little bit of like a retro feel about it. So I actually thought we would wind up with an alternate world with X-Man being kind of the viewpoint and his philosophy ruling it, and we get to see what that world's like. Well, I gotta give credit to Marvel. I have to give credit to the creators. They've thrown us a curveball to some extent, and the ending is not what I expected. It's a kind of a very different tangent, a very different direction, and I have to say I am really excited as to see what's going on. This definitely throws back to some even older material that I loved growing up and reading in the 80s and 90s. I think it was like late 80s when this particular one that I'm thinking of happened. It's some really cool stuff. I dig it. I dig it a lot, and I actually am super excited as to see where it all goes. This should be really intelligent and really fascinating, and some big stuff with the X-Men. There's been some predictions that X-Men are going to become, again, the center of the Marvel Universe. I'm not going to go that far, but where this is going to go and how this is going to play out is going to be a fascinating thing that I think is going to have reverberations throughout the Marvel Universe. As far as art, the series has kind of been up and down as far as art. This one's pretty good. Perez, I think, does a fairly, I think it's Pere, did I say Perez? Yes. Has done a fairly good job with this issue, and it's a hard one because there's a lot of characters that are thrown in on this. There's a lot of characters. I mean, check out that spread of how much is thrown in there, and there's some obscure stuff. Yes, it is an issue with a lot of fighting, but kind of like all hell breaks loose and some crazy stuff in there. There's actually some interesting things that happen with a couple characters that I kind of want to see if they go anywhere with it. You just saw something with Cannonball, and that's the one I'm really specifically thinking of. There's the whole Eternal aspect that seems to kind of come and go, and some of that history I think would be really interesting to see if that factors in at all down the road. But art is pretty solid, and as I said, the direction where things go is really, really cool. Now that I think I've got the bigger picture, highly recommend the storyline. If you're into X-Men, like, now's the time to get going. You could probably start with Uncanny X-Men number 11, and definitely Age of X-Men when that stuff comes out, I think next month, or probably in a couple weeks. This is really cool stuff. As a longtime X-Men fan, this definitely reminds me of some classics, which is a good thing. So this is out in comic shops this Wednesday. Go support your comic book shop. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. They are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site. As always, I want to thank Marvel for their support, and we like to be transparent as to what we get for free, and it allows you to decide how full of it I am. And thank you for watching. Now, if you're into X-Men, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics. Keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.